this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his man, Jefferson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's taken in.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? And more from Houston coming up in a moment. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Try and run for the first down with Jones. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Minnesota. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. His kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. First and 10. Man in motion, it's Diggs. First carry for Joe Mixon. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Here's second and 3 to go. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I, back from Houston in a moment. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Stephon Gilmore up to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll run here with Mixon. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stroud. This one caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Now Payne Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold. He'll go right and find his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Darnold. He connects with Jordan Addison. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against a perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold again. Here comes the screen to Jones. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Darnold to the air once more. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one from 49. And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Second half. Drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. A touchdown apiece. 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's Mixon. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
A second down throw for Stroud. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
On the quick, right?
On the give, this is their fullback. And a nice Nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
All right.
They'll run with Mixon. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mixon. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
It's now 3rd and 10.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. To throw is Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
To return is Brandon Powell. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. To the right side, this is Jones. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Again, it's Jones. Not there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion, it's Jefferson. Here's Darnold. He'll look underneath here for Jones. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the left side here, caught by Addison. It is 2nd down and 5. A give to Jones, heading right. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. Jones. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll drop to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14. In motion, it's Jefferson. Darnold now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And the Vikings have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have